offering this. You know, what China did. China is telling the Japan, Germany, Canada, U.S., South Korea, whatever, and they say, oh, just come to us. We're going to give you our labor to you. We're going to give our land to you. Let's have a 50-50 joint venture. But what you have to do is you got to teach us the technology. Give us some advanced new technology. And then they've been accumulating, the China has been accumulating the capital goods such as manufacturing plants and all these machineries and equipments and everything. They've been just building this, expanding. Now the China says, oh no, we can build this very nice airplane, the self-driving airplanes. They say, oh no, we can do this through what? Successful capital accumulation. Social infrastructure is very, very, very important because actually, in the 1920s, we saw some very intelligent African American people in the U.S. Why? In 1920s, these people grew up in very stable family, in very stable social infrastructure where the community was safer, the neighborhood was safer. In the 1920s, everybody went to church or something. Nobody was shooting at each other or something. And they didn't have gangs and so on. And these some of these very intelligent African American people, they became the inventors, the scientists, or doctors, and so on. Then what happened now? Something wrong, something wrong. Why we have to hear all sort of these crime scenes and so on happening in a lot of poor neighborhoods? What happened? Their social infrastructure is not good. So social infrastructure also, is very important. And can government help? Yes. Maybe if government maybe give some, more financial aid or legal protection, or add some more police, people, whatever, to make the streets safe or community safe or so on. Yes, maybe they can do something. Yeah, social infrastructure. Population control. I told you about the Chinese policy, one child to now 2 children policy. Population control. Governments of developed countries. Loans and grants. I have a friend. He's a medical doctor, and then and he told me he has a Caucasian mom, but he has a Hispanic father, so he's half Latino. He said whenever he is a medical doctor, he's trying to get a financial aid and all sort of things, jobs and so on. Every time he applies for jobs or financial aid, whatever, all those forms, he will identify himself sometimes as a Latino. So he gets more chance, more opportunity, whatever. Yeah, he's just taking advantage of his half Latino. So, we have in the U.S. we have lots of these loans and grants for like minority women or minority men or Hispanic businesses and so on. There's lots of all sort of stuff. So you got to dig these kind of sources, so that you can get benefits. There are a lot of grants, foundation grants, and the scholarships available actually. So if you just, not many people are applying, if you just get at least 3.0 or something GPA, and you apply 8-9 organizations or foundations, probably you're going to get at least one of them, then your tuition is paid for a whole year. Wow, great. So, try to think about all these resources. Loans and grants are very important for also a lot of small businesses. A lot of small businesses, they have ideas, but they need money. What they do, they go to the local community bank, and the local community bank, they are subsidized by the U.S. SBA, Small Business Administration, and the SBA guarantees the loan. So okay, even if you default on the loan, but then the banks will be saved and rescued by the U.S. SBA money. So. The U.S. government is offering also this SBA business loans and a lot of